For a successful legacy to get the legacy project and stories and contributions flowing, it needs more than just the recipients, or some people call the audience. What it requires is dedicated supporters who are actively there to help you, assist you, back you up when necessary. And what we have to remember is that these supporters are going to engage, invest, and carry your legacy forward. That's so important. They're there to help you move this forward, to really say, yes, this mission, vision, and values of this legacy project matter to me, and I'm going to get involved with it. This video is really about opening up your understanding of supporters. Welcome to the Living Legacy Life Project Spotlight series, where I'm sharing tips, tools, techniques about living a legacy life project. One of the things that I learned is to get the supporters involved in the dream into design sooner than later, because then when you move into develop, deliver, determine, they have a foundation. They feel as though they've been with it from the beginning. What I want to do is just highlight what are 8 primary groups of supporters. There are the staff, those that you hire, pay to get involved with what's going on. There are the volunteers that say, hey, listen, I think there's something here. I want to donate my time and skills to what's going on. You get mentors. Some of them may be paid, some of them may be volunteers as well that you tap into. There's family and friends, of course. They are there, they're wanting to give assistance. And if they're not, that's okay as well. You never know. Eventually, they may get involved. There are your peers. Now, some of you may be still working, or because of your work involvement, you may get your peers, your colleagues involved. You may know philanthropists or reach out to philanthropists to get involved as well, because from a fundraising point of view, there are different kinds of organizations, institutions that you might find of value, nonprofits, foundations, other companies that you may have come to know. And what I call the FinGals, which are the financial and legal advisors, there are times when you're going to need that as you move into your legacy project. So I thought that I would share those ones. I would encourage you to go deeper into each one of them and how you get them involved with your legacy project. There are 8 secondary groups of supporters I want to share with you as well. So there are the alumni or the recipients who have gone through your project. You can get them involved. They can certainly help you move everything forward. There are influencers in today's world with social media, transmedia, and public figures. You can get them involved with what it is you're doing. There's, of course, the community. There's lots of community groups in your area, in your region that you can tap into. And there are actionist groups. Sometimes there's special interest groups that are associated with your legacy project, and you can get them involved, like a service club, for example. And then reach out to technology persons. If technology is not in your bailiwick, then who can you invite to get involved? Now, again, you may have to pay them on a small contract so they could link maybe back to staff, or they could be volunteers. Education places, community centers, continuing education programs may have courses or programs that are already going that you could tap into and find ways either to support them directly or ask support of them. There's events in your community, fairs and festivals, and you might find setting up a booth might be of assistance there. And then there's creators and artists that you can reach out to because you like their work, and you can do a how can I help you? How can you help me kind of conversation and see where that might take you. In interacting with your supporters, there are going to be challenges, challenges of commitment. where the supporter says, "Yeah, I'll be there," may not show up for whatever reason. Therefore, from your perspective, you have to keep that motivation forefront. What are ways in which to encourage them to keep showing up and keep being involved, and or letting you know they won't make it ahead of time? Then there's the alignment, because are they valuing what it is that you're doing, or are they there because of another person, a friend, family member? But are they willing to advance and amplify effectively what is taking place? And sometimes resources need to be allocated to support them as well in their giving of time and energy. You may have to say, hey, listen, there may be some financial support I can give to you, might be a stipend, or maybe you pay for a gathering, a celebration, a midpoint celebration, or an achievement accomplishment celebration. So that's ways to look at the challenges of supporters. When it comes to the advantages, let's really leverage those. Is that those supporters can help you with your legacy endurance? Is because if you have to step away for a little bit, then the project can keep going. Maybe there is a time you may want to actually transfer and say someone else can take it on, because you've got it to a point where it still maintains relevance in the community. But also, the supporters are there to advance and amplify what you're doing. In other words, to expand your reach, to extend the ripple effect of what it is that you're doing, even with new audiences. And also, they bring a sense of resilience to you. Is when you find yourself up against a challenge, they can be there, rally around those times of how to deal with that challenge, and just give you that go for it kind of remain strong message. So they're there as well. Been highlighting the supporter story here. That's great. But what happens when you mix and match the supporters and the audience, the recipients? What might take place? Three broad advantages here. Engagement is when both of them get to know each other and engage, then the story of you educate what you love to learn pops up for both the audience and the supporters. And then in that way, they can start to weave interactions together, which can be very beautiful in how they lead into collaboration. Because sometimes the supporters interacting with the audience, the recipients, they'll come up with new ideas. And therefore, the recipients become educators of the supporters. This collaboration starts to unfold. And if we can get it to the point where both are able to be assertive in their ideas and collaborative in the ways they go about doing it, wow, that's a really beautiful way in which the supporters and recipients can interact. And then there's this whole sense of endorsement, is that if both of them can talk about what's going on, and even in the same place where a recipient and a supporter are together talking about what was the outcomes of the time together in the legacy project, that adds a lot of credibility and encourages the reach. So this whole story of guide supporters, it's something that you have to think about early, certainly in the dream and design, and move it into the develop and deliver and determine. But more for yourself is to truly understand who is there, that in whatever way is in their contribution to you and you to them, that is going to, in a sense, make it better, the legacy project better and wiser and kinder. And in many ways, if you can get it simpler, then that's great, and deeper, that's wonderful as well. So give some time and thought to your supporters, and then what are the ways and means you're going to guide their involvement to get them engaged? More than participate, actually engage. and keep them around for a longer time. So I leave that with you as part of the Spotlight series. I thank you very much for listening in. Your comments are appreciated below, questions as well. I'll do what I can to help out. And I certainly encourage you to pick up on the next video in the Spotlight series. Just check out the videos that are on the channel and see what's up for you. So, best wishes with your legacy project, and take care.